Hello guys, this is me, the ex-Swiffer, and today I just decided to do part 2 because I was really pumped up for this. I had a motivation because I've been constantly in my sleep actually today. I've been dreaming about making part 2 and it was pretty impressive how I dreamt it up, just came in my mind and just boom. Okay. I can't remember what I did for part 1, but I'll try to add like the continuation of that. But anyway, let's do this. As the 2 weeks, because those 2 weeks, the whole Familia group, or the whole Loki Familia, were getting their supplies ready. For next 2 weeks, they were getting all the supplies. However, during like 1 week, Azuka got used to being in that city. He even met Mamma Mia, which he was very surprised at. He didn't think he would find it the first try. And when she mentioned Valis, and Azuka was like, shit. Looks like I have to go to a dungeon and get some Valis, eh? Which, of course, he did go get some. However, he's able to enter the dungeon without even needing an advisor. Reason why is because Leafia went up to like some of the lower floors, like the second floor and the 10th floor, so he could teleport to there. Because if he has their memories of her being there, that means he can teleport there theoretically. But right now, Izuku's like not in the game in the other week right now. He's actually in the real world, or more precisely, in his world. Right now, he's like gaming right now. He's playing Bioshock, like saying, "Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Izuku Gaming, and today we have a special guest today. And drum roll, please. Explosion King Gaming. Explosion Gaming. You guys should know who that is. It's Bakugo Katsuki. And in this version, since quirks never existed, Bakugo and Izuku got along very well, and their dream was to be big YouTubers. Which Bakugo was like they're still in the lead. And Sato, I'm gonna call him like Icy Hot, or guys, you can decide his like channel later, but Explosion Gaming, I like that. Also, guys, I have a proposal for you all. My proposal is that I'm starting to think of a channel, or I should make another channel. However, that one's going to be completely different. It's going to be called Last Breath Izuku, aka a fusion between Last Breath Sans and Izuku. And I'll be making like a huge freaking thing about that. But anyway, let's get to it. As Leafia was going to the 5th floor, she didn't realize that someone was behind her, watching her every step of the way. And this man was like, fascinating. It seems that Gaster finally found someone to be an interesting foe. And yes, he's in this what if. God damn it. If you guys don't like this, I understand, but however, if you do, please comment right now and tell me if you like this. But anyway, let's get to this. But guys, if you like me like sliding like this, then yeah, I'll just do that. Anyway, I'll get to it. As Leafia felt someone behind her, but right behind her was just Rivia and Tina. As they both looked at her like curiously, or were just really like wondering why was she looking at them. Leafia turned back around, but she felt as if someone was watching her, like someone knew her every move before she could even think. Of course, the ex-gaster was also here. Reason why is because Zugu has encountered him before, and this is the story of how he encountered him. I get to it. Anyways, this. Who are you? Give me a minute. Add to album. Yeah, I'm calling this album The Last Breath. You should know why. In a minute, guys. I know I'm like taking you guys' gosh dang time. Okay. There you go. As we are considering now, as Izuku's asking like who this person is, he says, "I am ex-Gaster," or more precisely, fellow Gaster. As Gash is like, hey, give me a minute. Interesting. It appears that someone has found us, Izuku. I thought no one could find us here. Well, you thought wrong, but I am the only one who found this world. So you should probably count me as just lucky. So, other me, are you gonna destroy this world like how you destroyed your last one? Ask Ash is like, no. For once, I'm not gonna bother this world. However, I've taken quite an interest into this Leafia character. The ability to copy the skills is fascinating. Oh, so you're also intrigued by her special ability. Yes. I want to see how far she will grow. And maybe I'll give her a bit of my power as well. But not all of it, of course. Very well. I will allow you to do as you please for now. However, you know the rules. We cannot, or cannot, we cannot participate. We cannot interfere with the player or the main character's story. Oh, I know. As Zigu's like just sitting on the signs like, he's like, guys, I'm here. Like, oh, sorry, we kind of forgot you were here. Yeah, but yeah, I also like this Leafia character too. However, I feel like she is needs more confidence, if you know what I mean, ex-caster. So, what do you pose I should do then? Well, give her one of your hands for now. I gave her one of mine, but mine's different than hers. It's only for shield, only has a shield and healing. And I want you to give her a defense one. The red one. Oh. So I should give her my red hand. You're quite interesting. Indeed. That is why I chosen to have my power. And to create this world, other me. Indeed. Especially with my overwrite button, the limits in this world are endless. Hey, ex-Gaster. Yes? You know how Gaster said that you're not allowed to, I don't know, break the rules? Yeah, why? Other one's like, yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean, Izuku? Well, can't we kill other characters if they're not important for experiments? Oh, I like your candidate, other me. Indeed, I didn't even think of that. So, this should be very peculiar. Indeed. As Ziggy's like smiling just as well, just says, well, is there anything new? 3 days later, aka I think there's 3 days left until the Loki Familia go to the dungeon. I can't remember, but 3 days left, huh? Right, guys? As X Ash is like, yes. 3 days until Leafia. goes to the dungeon. Ooh, this should be very interesting. Yes, and mother me, it should be. As Ziku just got teleports back in danmachi, he looks around. He just feels like the air is different. But the first thing he knows is that he felt someone watching him. He actually turns around. He looks at where the person's watching him, and this person's in shock because they are not even there. And you should guys who know who was watching him, Freya. Freya sees Izuku's soul. It has a mix of green yet black. Not the normal type of black where black means he's incredibly evil and dark and corrupt. But this black was different, mixed a bit of purple within it. Yes, guys, yes. Yes! Ezekiel has been infused with X-Gaster, yes. But X-Gaster can do that whenever he wishes. He just did that just to, study this place. As the auras begin turning into figures, into Gaster and X-Gaster, they both turn to Freya as Freya quickly closes this mirror, as she just felt immense terror with their presences, like they were above even gods. She was so terrified. It was as if they were just toys to them. She tried to shake it up, but she couldn't. As now we cut into the start of the anime now, Izuku's just hanging around the Loki Familia, just not wondering why he could not join yet, because, believe it or not, the X-Gasters can make their own Familia. I don't know by this, but this is like my choice, but I did make a community tab, so if it's Loki Familia, then Hesti Familia, then Hesti Familia. My choice. It'll be like a cool. Wait, okay, guys, I actually have a great idea. Someone make tattoo on Izuku's back, and for a Gaster logo, try to make a Gaster like a Gaster tattoo on him, on his back. So like his stats basically. So the mark for his familia, which when the gods see his back, they're gonna be shocked. And now I cut to me shutting up and not going back to now. As Izuku was just hiding in the shadows, watching the Loki Familia, he sees eyes for a very, very first time, and he just kind of blushes a bit, just like, damn, she really is a beautiful sword princess. As Izuku's like, what am I thinking? As X-Gash is like, oh, it seems that our little vessel has a crush. Oh, that other Gaster, that's cute. Shut up, you two. It's what? It's fun teasing you. I agree with him. It's too entertaining. Yes, other me. It's like, oh my god, you two are unbearable. Yeah, we know. As Izuki sees Leafia mess up her Leafia messed up her spell, as they begun leaving to the mid floors. After they do this, Leafia began questioning. She's saying I'm nothing but a burden to Loki Familia. As Leafia, as the two Amazon trainers try to cheer her up, as then Eyes begins going up to her in the anime or in their anime and begin talking to her saying don't worry, As Leafy's like saying, she's gorgeous and beautiful. As Zuko's like, wow, so even the girls here have a crush on her. Didn't think that's what happened. And Zuko's like, and the Ash is like, oh, looks like someone's jealous. I'm not. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I think you know what we mean. Yeah. No, I don't. Damn, you're dense as hell. What do you? Oh, oh, so you think I have an Isekai, eh? Yes, quite indeed. What? Yep. Um, I'm so confused right now. But anyway, I'm gonna try to find a version of him like having a hood up, so you guys can see what he looks like. Okay, pretend he has his hood up, and all his face is covered up, except for an eye that's glowing out of the thing. But all of a sudden, the Loki Familia, as they heard some screaming nearby, as Bet and then the Amazon team would go to investigate. There's their comrade. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. He begins like screaming out, just saying, "What the hell is that thing?" As his arms been completely burnt by acid, because they cut the monster, it was leaking acid at them, as if it was their blood. As the fight began, like in the anime, however, Leafia tried to use a spell and messed up, of course, but before like Rivia could do it, she apparently a hand appeared in front of Leafia, and the hand was just sharp and had an X over the have an X right on the hole. As the hand began like trying to red, it had in the circle into a red, almost like spear. All the caterpillar monsters were like simply like sliced up into so many pieces. The acid could not even the acid that was in the monster itself simply vaporized due to the speed of how fast it slashed. As everyone looked at Leafia, as they just see like a sharp like hand right beside her, as the hand just disappears, as Leafia just goes unconscious because X-Gaster actually had to use that forcefully, which actually cost her the magic, not him. However, she's going to be questioned by Loki when they get back to the lower floors. If you guys like thinking like, God, why is this plot? It's X whatever. Tell us how is part 2 so good? I don't know. It just came to my mind, but yeah. As the Loki Familia were moving out, Bet felt something behind him, and it was Izuku, just wearing a hood almost similar to Bet's, but black, and had that thing on it, and wearing a shirt, a long sleeve shirt. Not a long sleeve shirt, like, no, yeah, long sleeve shirt, fuck it. As Bet, like, asks who this person was, he just says, wouldn't you like to know? As Bet's, like, says, because Bet senses danger vibes from him. Of course, this was not on special occasions. This was on occasions where if he was fighting a boss monster way above him or a monster was way above any normal level. This Zuku, this motherfucker, his level was beyond even fucking him. He make Ota from like the Freya Familia like have a run for his money because Zuku, if you try it, because if Ota slashes Zuku will be looking like this, like. But imagine two guys just behind him, aka tripling his freaking power. Overpowered, right? Anyway, let's get to this. As they get back down, Leafia just wakes up as soon as they arrive at the lower floors, at the actually second floor, as Leafia begins asking her how should she do that. As Leafia says, I don't know, it just appeared, then all of a sudden my magic felt so drained I went unconscious. As Rivia tries to put this together, like she must have gotten a new skill from the amount of or from fighting, or the amount of pressure she must have put onto her. However, that doesn't explain how she did that. That hand simply appeared and looked very monster-like. However, the amount of magic it emitted was immense. Way more than Leafia's. Like Rivia saying in her head. So it's possible that's probably a skill that uses a person's magic up completely, or just amplifies a person's magic, but it costs extreme amounts of the person's mana. As Leaf is like, Rivia? As he was like, oh, sorry. I was just spacing out. I was just thinking about what is that skill. However, when we get back to the Twilight Manor, Loki will be looking into it. As Leaf's like, yes, Rivia. As they get to Twilight Manor, as all like the people begin moving towards the left, as Loki grabs onto Leafia, begins touching her or groping her boobs. As in the anime, as Leaf's like crying right now, just as Tina's like, don't worry, small boobs, and it's like, my boobs are not shrunk yet. As Izuku dared not to look at them in the shower because he has some decency, of course, because he's a mixture between X-Gaster and the other one. Oh my god, I'm making him too overpowered. Anyway, let's get to this. As he begins to look into much more further, he gets in Twilight Matter without anyone noticing, because Rivia has her max senses all the way sharp, so does Finn. But Izuku's not the normal type of human or a monster. You see, you know how in the dungeon, right? Like, monsters have, like, personalities, right? But for humans, they have souls. But for the monster souls, they're crystals. However, for Izuku, he's a mixture between a monster, a completely different two types of monsters. So, like, Finn's, like, really, like, keen on picking up a person's, person's presence. For Izuku, he can just mask his presence anytime he wishes. And for fun, he can just destroy Loki Familia whenever he pleased. But however, he was pretty much a fan of Dutchima, so he didn't want to. Or they would force his hand if they did. And as Leafia was going up the stairs, as Izuku just saw Loki coming down and eyes just got back up. As Leafia was going to bed, she woke up in a dark place, as she just sees this guy behind just this guy holding a monitor. As she sees through it, she sees at her and eyes like smiling. And then that's when this figure looks to her and just gives her a smile. A grin smile like a monster's, but twisted, broken up. It was so scary for her, but so scary for her that she woke up from the very dream itself. As that happened, she actually asked Loki to check her skills. And when Loki checked her skills, she was shocked that she had 2 more skills. As she begins looking at the skills, they're called the man who speaks in hands. And the second skill, X event. X event, aka she's able to summon one of the hands from X Gaster, which allows her to actually use one of his hands, or just the one hand that he gave her. And Izuku gave her the hand of healing. In which Loki was really curious about what kind of skill offers this. As she checks what they do, it just says, "Warning: you do not have authorization to look at these skills." As she was like, "What?" She tried over and over again, but they wouldn't allow her to know what these skills do, or what would they have, what their abilities are. As she just gave up and told Leafy about everything. As Leafy was like, "So you can't read them, goddess?" And Loki's like, sorry, Leafia, I cannot read them, unfortunately. However, I'll talk to some gods about these skills, because I've never seen them before." As Leafy says, "Okay, goddess, have a good day," as she bows her head and just leaves. As Loki holds up the paper and just saying, "The man who speaks in hands." And the other one, the X event. And that's where I'm going to be. That's where I'm going to be ending off part 2. But however, if you guys truly like this video, please smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. You can always unsubscribe whenever you want. But as always, I hope you all enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you on my next video. Goodbye.